I just want to say hello to my daughter out there. I haven't seen her in about 11 years, and it's on you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our way to the Rose Bowl right now, where we are going to be linking up with a new friend of the show. His name is Scott. He's a producer, and he's also a recidivism activist. And we're going to be linking up with him because he is going to be feeding some of the firefighters that have been working tirelessly around the clock in combating all the wildfires that have been taking place in Los Angeles. So far, the last death toll that I saw was around 10, with more than 10,000 structures that have been burned to the ground. Obviously, this is one of the most impactful wildfires, certainly the most devastating wildfire in California history. And one of the lesser known aspects of combating wildfires in the state of California is the fact that the California state relies sometimes upwards of 30% of the firefighting force at any given point during wildfire season. California state relies on inmates, incarcerated firefighters. And some of these incarcerated firefighters make $5 to $10 a day, according to I guess publicly available data. Some of them makes upwards of $26 a day. Now, obviously, these numbers are incredibly low. They are incarcerated. It's a valuable training program, and until recently, they had no opportunity to join a full-time, staffed, employed fire department. Since, I believe, 2022, there have been initiatives to, I guess, expunge their record if they have any drug offenses, or if they have any sort of if they have a felony on their record, they're incarcerated. They must have it expunged in order to be able to join, in order to be able to get EMT training, which is a requirement to become a California firefighter. Before 2022, the gainful employment opportunities for a lot of these incarcerated firefighters was very limited, only part-time jobs at best if they were really lucky. They still, as far as I understand, cannot join municipalities unless it's like a super rare instance. We're going to be talking to these guys. They're still technically in prison, but for the time being, they're out of prison and at the Rose Bowl in the staging area. You know, after a long day, sometimes 12-hour shifts or even longer of combating wildfires, clearing out brush, and numerous other things that you have to do, they're going to be eating. So we're going to go talk to them about their experiences and what their day-to-day looks like, and hopefully help people understand that the incarcerated population are human too. Now, of course, this sounds really silly when I say it, but unfortunately, it's something that must be said. Because in the United States of America, we have one of the most draconian prison structures, one of the worst carceral states on the entire planet, where the American government houses 25% of the entire planet's prisoner population, despite only making up 4% of the entire planet's population. That's right. A quarter of the imprisoned people on this planet behind bars, in chains, are in the United States of America. This is why I always get very upset when people think that the real solution to combating crime, to ensuring that crime doesn't happen in this country, is actually more stringent and more draconian punishments, when clearly we have some of the most antiquated, dare I say, medieval, torturous carceral structures on the planet. And yet, seemingly, that does not solve the issue at all. Seemingly, this kind of deterrence mechanism is not actually successful at lowering the number of the incarcerated population in this country. What actually has worked so far, successful initiatives like training programs and reintegration programs, a focus on rehabilitation rather than incarceration, has actually been successful at combating the likelihood of reoffending. Having said that, however, even in one of the, on paper, most successful reintegration initiatives, this is a very valuable training structure and allowing prisoners to experience dignity and actually give back to their communities in this way, in this very meaningful way, it still seemingly is used as a way to basically have a servile, indentured servant population. Slavery, as you know, is constitutionally protected under the 13th Amendment. Slavery as a mechanism of punishment is perfectly permissible, allowed, and still exists in the United States of America, in many states, including California. California, as a matter of fact, had a ballot initiative in the last election, in the general election that we just had, where they overwhelmingly voted to preserve slavery as a form of punishment in the state constitution. This is one of the awful outcomes of said reality. I'm joined, of course, by Caroline Kwan, Marchie Poo, and also my very own volunteer firefighter, engineer extraordinaire, Marat Piker, on this wonderful journey. Thank you guys so much for coming. The way this is gonna work is that first we're gonna go over there. Some of you guys are gonna stay in the car while I go and talk to the people there. Scott wanted me to, you know, just like have a little bit of time off camera with them before we go in with the camera. We've gotten prior authorization, prior clearance as well. Even apparently.
So are we going into like a makeshift prison?
No, so they have like these giant trailers where I think it's like 3 levels of bunks that they sleep in, and this is where they stay in these camps.
I think some of them stay in hotels too, even like they put them in hotels or trailers.
I think there's up to 1,000 incarcerated firefighters who are currently fighting the blazes.
Yeah.
So over the week it has tripled.
Yeah, and we're going to be going to the staging area where you know, a lot of, I believe there's other EMTs there as well, like other emergency services there as well. I don't know if it's just the incarcerated firefighters, but we'll find out when we get there.
From my understanding, this camp is where their base camp is. So it's a group of about 80, maybe more since yesterday when I was looking into it, but 80 incarcerated firefighters, and it's where they pretty much sleep when they're on their off shift, and then they go right back to work.
Oh my God, the governor's there right now.
Oh.
Let's go talk to him. That's my man.
Well, that'll be fun.
I talked to Scott ahead of time, and I was very very demanding in that I wanted to, no matter what, I wanted to like bring something for these guys, but he was like, no, I'm already bringing the food. What you're doing in terms of you know, sharing their stories and talking to them and sharing what they're doing out here, and, you know, showcasing their humanity is infinitely more valuable. I still wanted to, you know, bring something, but
gotta bring those pizzas. But
no, yeah, it's not a classic point of activism unless I have boxes and boxes of pizzas that I'm delivering. But this time around, no pizza. But he has a taco truck that he is feeding them with. So, nice. And I believe he set that up already, and it'll be completely set up by the time we get there. So yeah, that's the situation. That's the short and sweet of it. We're there almost in like 10 minutes. We'll get there. Hopefully there won't be any problems getting in and out.
The only thing I should note is that like there's always been misinformation online. When he came in office, Cal Fire budget was $2 billion. It's now $4 billion.
Yeah.
There were 7,000 firefighters. He's now 14,000. He's doubled everything. So
yeah,
he has crushed it as a governor. In this one issue,
yeah,
he has crushed it.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Whatever Trump has to say.
No, I don't care about that.
I know you don't. I'm just like
just as long as we don't get into homelessness. It's fine.
Oh, his homelessness deputy is right. Where is the homelessness deputy?
Gavin is right behind us right now. Yeah. Big Gav, gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom, California. I've never met him. California Oblast, ruling with an iron fist. But we just talked. What do you want to tell the camera about yourself?
Scott Budnick, movie producer, spent 14 years making The Hangover and Project X and a bunch of stupid shit. Went into juvenile hall, met a bunch of incarcerated kids, and started doing this. And here we are, still making movies, but doing this is what kind of feeds my soul.
And what's the group that you work with predominantly? Like you have a recidivism.
ARC.
Right?
So
ARC.
organization I started. So after I was making comedies, then I did that, and now I'm back in the movie business making movies. But I'm still on the board of ARC and doing this kind of work.
We were supposed to have a meeting
on Friday, and I got evacuated.
That was like not. I didn't even realize that you were doing this thing. We were supposed to have this meeting, and I thought it was like a regular, you know, sometimes producers and stuff like that hit me up. And then Caroline was like, oh, I was doing some research on like incarcerated firefighters, like where to donate and whatnot, because it's something that we talk about quite a bit.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, there's this guy, Scott Budnick. And I was like, I know this name. Where do I know? It's like, oh my God. It's
Wait, you figured this out?
Yeah, she's the one.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second, that's crazy that these two things intersected.
We actually have a mutual.
What's going on?
Kimbo, nice to meet you.
Kimbo, what's
Yeah,
on?
so
Nice to meet
I
you.
was like, oh, this guy. Okay, I think we gotta connect with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You big Kimbo right here?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Hi.
Kimbo, you're on Twitch.
What's up with it? How's it going?
So, from what
You
we
guys
understand, Scott was telling us, Scott was giving us the lay of the land here.
Okay.
So you're originally from Juvie, right? Or
Nah, I'm a youth offender.
You're a
I
youth
caught my
offender.
case at 18.
So yeah, all the red caps here in particular, if you can show right there, they're all from. Are you guys all from the same correctional facility?
Yeah, we're all from Growlersburg Fire Camp.
Okay.
We're the Wild Peak Crews.
Okay. So
Crews here right now.
these guys went in as juvenile offenders. From what I understand, there's also there's a lot of restrictions in terms of who can do this kind of firefighting as an incarcerated individual. But for you guys, there's a additional opportunity, right? Like even if you went in as a violent offender,
Yes, sir.
if you went into a juvenile facility, you still have the ability to come and get training. What are the benefits of doing something like this?
Okay, we got violent crime, so we got sentenced to a longer time.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to go to high level security yards, real serious stuff going down, real dangerous yards. But with this opportunity with Scott Budnick, he let the guys that got caught up at 18 not have to go do time with like OG lifers and all that. So we got an opportunity to come to fire camp, and we get time cuts, so time off our sentence, a bunch of time off our sentence. We're like the highest paid inmates in the whole system.
What's the pay though? It's still pretty low, right?
Yeah, it's still low. It's low. I think I get like $180 a month.
That's crazy.
They give you extra when it's during a crisis, right? I was reading that you were supposed to.
Nah, we don't get no extra during no crisis.
No?
Not for us. Maybe the free firefighters, but we don't get no extra during the crisis. But there's supposed to be a pay increase in the future. We're supposed to get $5 an hour, but that's still low for like people on the street. But for us, we're like that make us like we'll be doing real well.
Yeah, but you're doing crazy work. You're out here. You said 24 hours in, 24 hours out, right? And then sometimes they do 12 hours in, 12 off. But I mean, it's what are some of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis out here?
All right. We go into we're the hand crews, so we go in with our tools. We hike a bunch of miles. We're on the mountain. Then we grab. We work with our hand tools. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like the hardest job in the firefighting for the wildland period. It's like we're like infantry. We're the foot soldiers.
Yeah.
So we're cutting line. We're scraping brush. We're using chainsaws. Scraping brush. We're making a path between the fire and the rest of the fuel, the community, the brush. So we make that barrier. We create that barrier with our hand tools. But it takes a long time. It takes hours and hours. And we go where the bulldozers can't get to. You feel me? So we go in tight spaces, real steep, where a bulldozer would like fall if it would try to go up there. It's crazy. So yeah, it's crazy stuff. We sleep out there. We get our rest when we can out there on the mountain. It's crazy. Yeah.
So it gets dangerous too, right?
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I had to dodge rocks sometimes coming down. Dodge them. You feel me? I swear to God, my mama. We got this is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's dangerous work.
Will you like it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's almost like a respite from being? Is it better than being in prison or no?
It's way better because I was in a prison yard. I'm seeing guys get stabbed, get jumped, get beat up. The cops treat us like shit. But here, we get better treatment, right? They talk to us like humans. They talk to us like humans. We got a job. We're underpaid, but we got a job.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then the community comes out and shows us all kinds of love. We never received that growing up. We never received that kind of love, that kind of recognition for anything we've done. So now, doing this kind of stuff and all this love coming, that's life-changing for a lot of guys, because that's all they be needing is a little bit of recognition. With this, it's life-changing, and we get opportunities at careers.
How long was your sentence? You don't mind me asking?
17 years.
17 years.
Yep.
God damn. They're gonna shave it off.
Yep.
They're gonna shave it off.
They're gonna shave it off. They shaving some off.
They better shave it off.
But you feel me? We ain't breaking. You know what I mean? We ain't folding. You feel me? 17 years. But now I'm at camp. I got about 2 years left. 2 years left. I had to work a bunch of time off with schooling and graduating high school.
How old are you now?
I'm 25 now. Never forgetting. I've been down for a minute.
I feel you.
I started at 18. I'm 25 now.
And you got linked up with this program how many years ago?
I got to fire camp last year in November. That was the first time any person like mine with my kind of case, violent crime, was allowed to go to fire camp last year in November. So we're the start of it.
What about for adult offenders? Do you think that like it's a good program overall, right? Like it's like. Even if it wasn't fighting wildfires, like, do you feel like these kinds of initiatives? You talked about being feeling like a human, right? Feeling like a sense of dignity from other people. Do you feel like these kinds of programs, reintegration programs like that, would be successful overall? Like in terms of giving you proper training and giving you tools to one, lower your sentence, give back to the community somehow. And then when you go out, you have, I'm not entirely sure about the wildfire programs in general, but like in general, it's good to have that kind of work experience so you don't feel like your life is lost.
Yeah, it could be successful, but the thing is the pay. The work compared to the pay is like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys get broke off on the mountain, their body get beat up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if the pay went up, more guys would be more grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
We're grateful for the opportunity. We got all this time. You feel me? We're young. Then we're real excited. We're real motivated. So when we get out, we're firefighters. You feel me? We're not running the streets anymore.
Yeah.
But for the adult crews, I mean, it just depends on their motivation. But it's hard work. So if you're lazy, you're not gonna last. You're gonna hate it. But if you're motivated to better yourself, it's gonna work for you as long as you work it.
I feel you. Yeah. It's nice to hear from you, man. I don't want to keep you from eating your food.
It's all good, man. It's good, man. It's my 24 down. I appreciate you guys for coming out.
Yeah, nice to meet
Appreciate
you,
it, bro. Nice to meet you too, bro.
Anybody else want to come on? Let's talk. Yo, those are. Does the state give you those?
Yeah, we get them brand new though.
Those are kind of drippy, dude.
Just a little bit. You know, so you look fly on the mountain. It's something nice.
Yeah. Do you get to keep it? Do you get to keep the hats?
Yeah.
Oh, you get to bring it back?
Well, everything, they give us everything. Everything's kind of state issue when you get there. They kind of prepare you for the fires. So that way when you get out there, do what you gotta do.
I'm saying, like, when you go back, do you get to keep them?
I don't think so.
It's crazy.
It's considered an antique.
I
don't think he wants to keep that either.
I'm not gonna, I'm gonna cop his shoe.
You're like, hey, can I get this?
No, but I did see some jackets there. They're pretty sweet.
All right, bro, chill. We're not gonna take their clothes off their back, bro. They're fucking fighting wildfires out there.
Look, we'll give it to you, man. We'll give it to you. It's a donation.
All right. So, how are you guys feeling? Is the tacos good?
We're blessed.
Yeah?
I haven't even tried them yet. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do you want to eat first?
No, I'm good. I just ate.
I'm good, thank you too.
While you eat, you talk. How about that? And then swap it out.
So again, Xavier and Angel for those who
You don't want to eat on camera?
Nah. I gotta go wait.
There's hella ladies watching right now. They're gonna be judging. They're gonna be judging the way you're eating.
He's not shy. He's not shy.
No, don't even worry, because he eats on stream, and you cannot be worse.
Fucking with you.
You cannot be worse.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing?
We're blessed. You know, we're taking it all in. We just came down from the mountain yesterday. We were assigned to the Eden Fire. Our division, you know, was meeting up with other crews, doing some hand line. The dozer only goes so far, you know. Our job is really to kind of get in the cracks and crevices where the dozer can go. And when we get out there, we work as a team, you know. This guy is crazy out in the fires, man. This guy goes crazy.
So, let me ask you, how long you guys been training? Like, when did you get started with the program? It's a relatively new one, right?
Yeah, it's relatively new. I mean, fire camps have been around for a while, but as far as for us, you get sent to a training facility before you're even allowed to come to a fire camp. And the training, honestly, will not prepare you for what it really is. You know, it's only a 2-week program. You probably do a couple sets of push-ups, run a mile or so. But yeah, but it's like,
but does not prepare you
it's
for the
nothing
real
compared
world.
to hiking with a pack on or having to cut line for hours. But yeah, like I said, I mean, you won't be able to really figure out what it's about until you get to a fire camp.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy process. I think these facilities try to imitate the feeling you get when you're on the mountain. You know, the hike can be miles and miles, and you know, you got to carry this water, and your circumstances are subject to change, you know, depending on the winds and how the fire increases over time, you know, and these places really just cannot imitate that emotion, that feeling you get when you're up there, you know. And
Before these fires this week, had you guys fought any fires before, or is this your first?
No, we were just here at the Ventura fire, the mountain fire.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Just recently. So that was our most recent fire. I mean, fire season just passed, so the last couple of fires we have caught has been down south.
I mean, this is kind of crazy to be your first experience.
Yeah. But you know, it feels good to be able to, you know, show the community that we're out there. You know, we're trying to help the community. You know, it's a hard time for everybody. You know, God bless those people that were affected from these fires. You know, coming back and your house is burnt down. It's very crazy. You know, it's a very crazy time. But you know, it feels good to be able to help these people in some type of way.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how I don't think a lot of people know that historically 1/3 of California's firefighting force is made up of incarcerated folks, and I think right now it's like 40-something% because of
We're the backbone of the operation.
How drastic this is. Yeah.
There's a lot of you motherfuckers out here.
It's the backbone of the operation, and you know, Cal Fire is kind of just the cover up for it, you know, and we get out there and we do the hard work. You know? But shout out to those people. Those people do work too, you know. But we get the rough and tough end of the stick.
Yeah. What do you guys like? What do you want people to know about either this program or about just being an incarcerated firefighter in general? Like, is there any, you know, PSA that you want to make? Like, what's something that people probably don't know, considering that a lot of people don't even know that you guys are out here fighting these fires?
I mean, one thing I would want the public to know is just that we're taking advantage of the second chance that we're being given, you know, and this is the opportunity to change our lives, you know, the trajectory of our lives, to be able to get a career once we leave, you know, once we hit the streets. And we're blessed to be in this position, you know, and like you said, a lot of people may not know about it, but we're putting the work in to try to not only better ourselves, but better our communities.
Bro, don't hype it up too much. They're not gonna give you more. They're not gonna give you more money. It's crazy. They get paid $5 a day. It's
We're out there
bullshit.
getting it.
No, I know,
But
it's
Fires
goal,
would
what
be,
we're
these fires
working
would
for,
be
you know?
so much larger if they weren't out here. They need to get paid an adequate wage.
Maybe
Right?
do.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, we get paid $5.80 an hour.
You're over here like, oh, it's
Oh, no,
great.
not even. We get paid.
I love being in the
we get
fire.
paid $1 an hour. Actually. That was a mistake on my
You're
part.
gonna get a pay cut after this.
You
Yeah.
oversold what
Yeah,
you're
we get
getting.
paid $24 a day. So
Yeah.
I mean,
$24 a day.
Let me tell you this.
when we're on a fire,
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Did you guys know that you got the normal, like, the rest of the firefighters, right? They're also in the staging area over there somewhere.
Correct.
yeah.
So you got that, and they get paid, like, the municipality gets paid, like, I think 98 grand or something. Like, they get paid pretty well. They get
Very
good pensions,
well.
good benefits. They got unions. So they're in a decent situation. What would you say if I were to tell you that there's also private brigades on top of that really rich people like Rick Caruso, you know, the Grove? You guys know what that is? Yeah, the Grove. It's a mall.
Very
Very
aware.
fancy shopping.
It's lame. It's lame as fuck. Anyway, he owns the Grove. He's a real estate developer. So we hired private firefighters to protect the Grove. You know how you heard about the Palisades that got
Correct.
burned down? 75% of it's gone, except for Rick Caruso's mall in the middle of the Palisades. Why? Because he hired a private brigade. Those dudes are making $7,000 a day to do what you guys are doing. I don't want
Money is power.
I don't want the fucking sheriff to hear me talking like this.
No,
I think
he didn't encourage you to talk this way.
Yeah. $7,000 a day to do basically what you guys are doing.
Wow.
And think about that.
You know, and it's crazy. You know, it's a big pill to swallow. But in this case, the return that we get is our second chance at life. You know, this is a pilot program. You know, a lot of us made decisions before our brain was able to develop, before the age of 25. You know, so I mean, this is our second chance, and this is our second chance to prove it. And you know, at this point, it's a blessing. You know, it's not more about the material, but the growth that we gain from this experience.
Wait, hold up. What's your name?
I'm Sean Armstrong.
Sean Armstrong? Hassan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
You
you.
fuck with Fallout?
I do.
Wait, so when did you get in?
This is my 13th year.
This is your 13th year?
Yeah.
Damn, so you played like Fallout 1.
I played 3 in New Vegas.
You played New Vegas? I know the guy who made New Vegas.
Never.
Yeah, he might see this. Yeah, it's a good game.
It is.
Yeah.
Nah, they just got PS4s at the camp, so I've been playing 04.
Oh, hell yeah. That's cool. So, you guys stay here during the duration of the firefighting, and then you go back to camp,
Yes, sir.
right? So, for the rest of your sentence, you're at camp? Is that how that works?
Unless we get in trouble, yes.
Okay. And the camp is like much nicer than
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah, there's little to no tension. The racial disputes is not a thing there. You know, your family gets to bring food to you from the street.
That's
you can
it.
eat at visiting. It's not.
You feel like a human.
You got real weights there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, they got fake weights in prison?
No weights.
They don't have weights in prison?
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger took him out.
He took him out?
Yeah.
Why'd he do that?
I don't know.
He didn't want nobody else to be brolic like him.
I heard that's what it was.
Yeah, he got jealous.
That's what I heard. What it
You
was.
know,
I don't know how
Who
true
was
it
it?
is.
Was it Kali Muscle that got jacked in prison? I think that's what it is.
I heard of something like that though.
Yeah, he got jealous. Fucking Arnold.
Yeah.
When he was the governor.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully they come back. You know, they've been giving us like resistant bands and agility ladders.
We're still good though. You can do calisthenics.
Yeah, no, for sure. The CLC, we got like long wind. We might not be as strong as we was, but we got a lot of wind.
Yeah. You got good cardio out here. You
sure.
have to.
Yeah, good burpees.
Yeah. How long you got?
I got a year left.
Okay.
This is actually my last year. I get out around December.
What are you gonna do when you get out?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to work as stagehand. I was thinking about getting an electrician class, like a 10-month course at SJC. But I'm also thinking about going to Ventura. So I'm trying to buy me a quadplex.
What? Quadplex? What's that?
4-unit apartment complex.
Oh,
I've seen one in Bakersfield for like $300,000.
That's what I say. Any friend of blood nigga, friend of mine.
Okay.
Use my money to make money. So I'm
Okay.
in prison.
All right.
You too.
I just want to say hello to my daughter out there. I haven't seen her in about 11 years. And yeah, I love you, baby. And hopefully I'll be out soon. And yeah, I miss you a lot. And hey, be good out there and get your mom right, okay? Love you.
He's doing the Lord's work. He's protecting people in California right now, every day.
Do my best.
What's your name?
My name is Salvador Serna. I'm out of Tulare County, and I miss everybody.
Nice to meet you. What? How much time you got?
I got about 6 months left.
Oh, hell yeah.
About
Okay.
6 months. Unfortunately, I came back on another term, but you know, this has helped me to grow a little bit more. You know, expand my horizons a little bit more, and build a little bit more, and well, just focus on myself more.
Okay.
And I'm very appreciative.
You didn't do this beforehand. You didn't do the Cal Fire program beforehand.
I've never done it before, but I'm hanging with a crew that's way younger than me, and man, they're all on fire, man, and I'm running with the pack.
Tell them how old you are, OG.
How many push-ups is OG doing?
I'm 53 years old, and
You can probably
I'm
match
running with all these 20s and 30-year-olds. So
He's out there,
if
man.
I could do it, anybody could do it.
He's in the Wild Peak crew, so everybody in this crew is under 25.
Yeah.
Tell them, OG.
OG's
That's
under
true,
25
man.
too.
For sure.
In heart.
At heart.
At heart.
Well, I've been walking in circles for many years, so
All right.
I appreciate it very much. And thank you so much.
Of course. Nice to meet you, man. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Hey, thank you again. Sir.
Keeping the streets safe.
Yeah.
And so we.
What got you locked up?
I got put in a bad situation, a messed up situation. But I mean, that was part of it. But just, I would say, the way I was living really is what led me here. You know, like trying to find love in the streets, love that wasn't at home. And once I fell back into my bad habits again, carrying guns again, and led me to do dumb things. But when I had that gun that night, then I would have probably still went out.
How much time we got left?
Right now, my out date's August 2026.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get my GED to get some more time off. I'm hoping to get home by like December this year.
Okay. What would you say is, how do you like camp as opposed to prison?
Camp compared to prison?
Yeah.
I love camp. I'll take camp over prison any day.
Yeah.
Tell me about your first hike. So my first, I got to camp on a Monday. My second day we went out to work, like cutting trees and stuff. And then Wednesday, the next day after that, we did this hike called Rocket Ship. They say it's like one of the worst hikes. And bro, you just.
Why do they call it rocket ship?
I don't know. It's straight up, straight down. But you start off and you go straight down with all this gear and everything. By the time I got to the bottom, like I couldn't even walk. My legs were buckling in every step. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it back up. It took me like 2 hours, 45 minutes to get back up. Hella long to get back up. But that same day, we got back to camp. I took a shower, and then we came out to Ventura to a fire, and we were out for a week. I couldn't even walk.
Are you guys exhausted?
Yeah.
Are you all going back out in the morning?
Yeah.
Scott, we're gonna...
How do you feel?
I want
That was amazing.
I want you to talk about the fundraiser. ARC is doing a fundraiser for these guys after they get out. We're thinking of funds.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we need. You can talk to this guy right here too. Like everyone wants to give right now that they're on the fire line.
Yeah.
There's not so much to give right now, right? They're fairly good right now. It's when they get back to camp, right? There's not a TV that's working in some places, right? There's the boots are all fucked up and they need better boots. Like there's just things that are not so sexy, but that they need. You never think this, but we're getting a shower truck dropped off.
No, I know we were talking about.
Yeah. By the way,
you
God
had to
bless.
reach out to Coachella.
God bless the dudes at Coachella.
Dude.
They got a shower truck coming in. These guys haven't showered in like 4 days.
I know.
So just stuff like that. And then I think also when they get out, if they want to work for CAL FIRE, as soon as they get out, how are they going to pay rent to wherever they're getting hired? How are they going to pay utilities? What about a car to get to and from work? Right? Those sort of things. So we're setting up a scholarship fund to help them when they get out.
A lot of people have talked about how, reintegration, like one of the biggest problems is like getting a job in general and, keeping up with parole.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, it's just like having something that keeps them grounded and busy and look forward to is like a major impact, I feel like.
I think we nailed it.